Christopher Columbus is known as the person who discovered America, expert sailor, navigator, and explorer who opened the way for European colonization of America. But there is a different side to this story, filled with treachery and blood. So, let me tell you what really happened as Columbus made his voyages in search for a shorter route to India. Columbus was born in 1451 in Republic of Genoa. He went to sea at a very young age and traveled as far as north as British Isles and as far south as what is now known as Ghana. He was self-educated in geography, astronomy and history. In 1477, he was hired as a merchant mariner by King John II of Portugal. Portugal was extending its territories in sea by winning Canary Islands, Madeira and Azores, and was starting a trade with African kingdoms. By 1480, they had found their way through Indian Ocean and reached Asia through India. This gave Portugal cheap and fast trade routes to Asian goods. As the news of Portugal's newfound route spread through Europe, many European scholars thought that the earth was smaller than they had earlier imagined and proposed a theory that Asia can also be reached by sailing west. This theory attracted Columbus and he formulated a plan to seek a western sea passage to East India, hoping to profit from the lucrative spice trade. Columbus's persistent lobbying to many kingdoms, the Catholic monarch of Spain, Queen Elizabeth I and King Ferdinand II agreed to sponsor his journey west. In 1492, Columbus left with 3 ships for India, and on 12 October 1492, he landed in Taino, which is today's Bahamas, and thinking he had reached Asia, named it India, as many thought India was Asia. Trade started among the two groups, but soon Columbus realized that this was not Asia, as it didn't possess the riches of East Asia. Columbus, in search of gold, traded with the inhabitants of Cuba and Hispaniola, and before returning, he established a colony of 29 men there and promised them of returning. Columbus returned Spain a hero with many things for the king and queen, along with captured Indians. But the king wanted more gold as Columbus had brought back none. Columbus was given 70 new boats to bring more riches and made the governor of Newfoundland. On May 30th, 1498, Columbus began his third voyage. Exploring through Trinidad and parts of Venezuela, he headed for Hispaniola. On reaching there, Columbus found that the colony was destroyed and his 29 men were killed by the local chief. Columbus went with his men and looted the chief's gold, which sparked a war between the two. Columbus captured 3 of chief's captains and beheaded them in public. He mined all the gold out of land and sent a letter to the king exaggerating about the found gold. He also proposed a way to make more profit by capturing more than 500 natives and sending them to Spain as slaves. Those who fought this injustice were cut down and those remaining had to pay gold as tribute to Columbus. Some natives could not pay and were punished by cutting off their limbs. Many hid in forests but were hunted down with dogs and killed. Around 5,000 natives died in this war, though Columbus wrote about this to the throne but never waited for their concern. This made him enemies among his fellow men and also in Spain, as he was called to answer and defend his actions. In 1496, he went back to Spain, leaving his brother Bartholomew in charge. Convincing the king and queen that his deeds were righteous, he was allowed to go back and continue. In 1498, Columbus returned to find that the colony's situation was disastrous. Rebellion has already started among the Spanish, and Bartholomew was unable to contain it. Columbus's coming back added to the flame and mutiny worsened. When this news reached the king, they sent a royal investigator, Francesco de Bobadilla, to assess the situation. But Columbus and Bartholomew were found guilty and put in prison. At the age of 51, Columbus was released and made his last voyage on May 11, 1502. After exploring some uncharted areas of West for 2 years, he returned back to Spain, where he died at the age of 54. So this was the blood-tainted truth about Christopher Columbus. What do you think about it? Please let us know in comment section and please subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you.